When Grant was 20 months old, we took him for a regular well-child checkup. He seemed fine. The doctor said, oh, he's got ear infections. He got on some antibiotics and he seemed to get better at first, but then in spite of antibiotics, decongestants, eye drops, he was also getting weaker. He would try to play and he would just conk out. They ordered a complete blood count. His red cells were critically low. His platelets were critically low. The healthy white cells were critically low. The doctor came in the room with tears in her face and says, we think your son has cancer. They told us we're going to start a course of chemo. At 7 days, they rechecked his bone marrow and the cancer was still active. By that point already had pumped about 14 units of blood into him over the course of that 1-week hospital stay. So the blood they gave him was red cells or platelets. They could not give him whole blood. But then he began to get sick again. He went on a ventilator. And I'll never forget the date, partially because it was also my husband's birthday. He was on the ventilator for 33 days. For 27 of those, he was listed as critical and unstable. The doctors told us later, all they did was keep him alive until it was time for his miracle. Like I say, that involved a whole lot of blood and a whole lot of creativity. They just pulled out all the stops to save my boy. His oncologist and her nurse practitioner literally danced into the room when they got the results and found that he had not relapsed during this break in the chemo. Most people would have. He went through so much blood, we totally lost count of how many units of red cells and platelets and plasma. And at one point I looked at his nurse and I says, how much of this blood do you suppose is actually his anymore? It's probably all from donors. And my husband grinned and says, but it's all his now. Dozens, if not hundreds of people donated, and I'll never know who they were. I will never know. And all I can say is thank you, because you saved my kid. You saved my little boy.